If you have a sweet tooth, you would love this. This is the yummiest chin chin recipe I have, trust me. Here are the ingredients. This is just a very small batch of chin chin, just something you can finish in maybe say a week. So the first thing to do is to mix in the wet ingredients. The measurements are going to be in the description box. So I mixed in the wet ingredients, just the milk and the egg, and set that aside. And in another bowl, put in the flour, the sugar, baking powder, baking soda, a pinch of salt, and just mix that up. Put in the margarine, mix all of that together until it becomes powdery, well, until it becomes as fine as it can. Then make a well in the middle of this and put in the wet ingredients. So this is where things got tricky for me. So because I am the one measuring this from scratch, I had to add flour over and over again. That is why all the measurements will be in the description box. So basically just knead everything together. This is just very small, so it's something you can do, say, in like 20 minutes. You're done mixing and you've started frying. So I realized I didn't have a rolling pin, and I just used this my bottle. Please use a rolling pin to roll this after you have kneaded it properly for about 2 minutes. So I just rolled this out and I started cutting, and of course cutting it is the most interesting part for me anyway. If you have a pizza cutter, this is the time to use it. But like I said, this is a very small batch, and I just use the knife to cut it up, cut it into any shape you'd prefer. And because this is very soft, you have to be very careful with the cutting. And then in a plate, I just poured on some flour and cut them up, and you want to put them on top of the flour because you don't want them to stick to each other. They'll still stick to each other, but at least just to reduce the amount of sticky ones you would get. So after I cut everything up, I just pick them up and put them on the plate. I try to separate it as I did that, but they still stuck together. So next thing to do is to put in oil in a frying pan, and you want this to get hot, but you don't want it to get too hot, and you don't want it not to be hot enough. So something else you have to do is that once you put in the chin chin dough into the oil, you have to separate it. So using the frying spoon, I just separated it. So immediately you put any quantity of dough into the frying pan, just separate it, and then make sure you keep stirring, because if you do not stir consistently, some of them are going to brown and others will not be as brown, and it may just not get properly cooked inside. So once that is golden brown, I took that out, put it in a paper towel, and our chin chin is ready. You guys, this was so good. You have to try this. This is just about 2 cups and a half. Let me know if you try this. Bye.